Well, previously in Doraken. Attempting to remedy Aurora's muddled mind, Darry decided to destroy the Lithic artifact, and he was subsequently thrown back through time and memories.
Oh boy.
Fortunately, the goddess of love and beauty, Philika herself, guided him through these memories, allowing Darry to gain insight into his own mind as well as those of his companion nearby. In the first memory, Darry saw himself as a child talking to his mothers, Molly and Brina, as he displayed his first creative moment by finger painting on a valuable religious painting. In the second memory, Darry saw Blake teach himself as a teenager to become both an accountant and an adventurer.
Have a job as an accountant.
In the third memory, Darry witnessed the time he lost his childhood friend to a ghast, with Philika telling him that lives lost are always hard to overcome. But the paladin revealed that he nevertheless treasured every moment he was allowed to have, no matter how brief. In the fourth memory, Darry saw a memory of a young Jace, tutored by his mentor, a wood elf called Rindevere. Jace attempted to become a wizard but was unable to cast magic. Desperate, the young half-elf broke into his mentor's study and used the magical circle to summon a patron that would gift him with magic. Lady Galadriel appeared and together they formed a pact, but before the ritual fully completed, Rindevere intervened and dispelled the Archfey. He then revealed the truth to Jace. Rindevere was in fact Lord Mihalad, and that he had promised Jace's parents, Sir Valsai and Lucia, to protect Jace in their stead. The Archfey of Autumn Winds then told Jace that he had to seal away the memories of what had transpired, to postpone the completion of the pact with Lady Galadriel, so that Lord Mihalad could plan ahead for his half-sister's attempt on his life, as well as probably Jace at some point. In the fifth memory, Darry saw a tender moment between Aurora and Damias after they had put Dawn to sleep, a few days before the tragedy that would tear apart the family. In the sixth memory, Darry saw Eas leaving Yarrowford behind, no longer able to stay behind due to his feeling towards Damias, who was in a relationship with Aurora at that point. But before he left, Damias appeared and told Eas that he truly wished that he would find the happiness that he himself had gained. In the last and most recent memory, Darius revisited the first proper date with Captain Riley. He saw himself hand her the old painting he improved as a child, and the pair shared a tender moment together underneath the stars, before flying back to the Skynomat on the back of Anastasia. Finally, Darry ended up in an endless foul field with a bright white sky. Here he stood before Philika, who revealed to him that she had brought him there to help her shape her first champion, namely Captain Riley Redding. Darry and Puddle said goodbye, and the ritual commenced. With the aid of Davry's mothers, Puddles and the fallen Tom, the transformation was completed and Riley emerged with blue hair and a pair of beautiful blue-tinted peacock wings. Back in the world of mortals, the Hounds said their goodbyes to Damias and Sir Vegel, which was pretty awkward, as the two had decided to join the war effort in Lanford against the Witch Queen. Aurora and Damias had a heart-to-heart moment. Aurora told Damias that she no longer had the same feelings as she once before had, and he in return told her that he did not fault her. They also both wanted to bring Dawn back if possible, but only once peace was back in the world. The Hounds of War then hired some carpenters to repair the Skynomat, which would take at least 2 days to complete. The group then decided to spend the first restful night in Yarrowford to have a truly splendid dinner, and then headed to an underground fighting pit, as one once does. While Aurora decided to fight, Darry used his time to cheer and act as an excellent wingman. Because when Aurora emerged victorious against the Mykonid Swordmaster, Darry introduced her to the Githyanki spectator, Askada. Due to a natural 20, the two women immediately hit it off and shared an intimate moment inside a pocket dimension created with the rope trick cast by the Githyanki. Eas, being uncharacteristically drunk and out of spell slots, also fought in the arena but was knocked out of the pit by his Zahugan opponent. And so, we are now back in Yarrowford. There's still 1 day left for the repairs to complete. But as you are having your dinner, or rather breakfast, you see... Let's see if I can find just ambience music and not the combat. Let's see here.
De hurtige spørgsmål.
Ja.
Rendevere. Hvis jeg husker det navn rigtigt, er det så ikke den meget, meget flamboyante mand fra Malta?
Oh yeah, again, he is also the proprietor of the Rapid Grove. So,
Right.
so yeah, you remember correctly. Previous campaign. But as you are having a breakfast, you see a small gnome man with like overalls, a pair of large goggles on top of his head approach you, and he says,
Excuse me, are you the owners of the Skyman?
Yes.
Greetings, you all. I'm Yentum Wyland. I'm the head carpenter leading the project of restoring the Skyman. We discovered we were actually paid a fair bit of coins, so we have decided to also create some improvements to your ship, hopefully. That will be in order. We also take any suggestions before we finish up. First and foremost, we have featured a laboratory at the behest of some Bonroll half-orc. Apparently, he said he had a project of creating some potions. We have also installed a golem sling.
Good.
And there we have also installed 4 cannons in total, 2 on each side of the ship, as well as improved the head harpoon at the bow. There is now a couple of druids have created a crow's nest at top of the tree mast. First time I've seen that one. There's also now a skiff with access to 8 passengers. There are gliders for every crew member as well as you. Essentially parachutes. We have also included 2 exotic saddles, one for that women, and also for a small dragon, although I did not see anyone on the ship itself. A lounge area where there's a pool table that can be flipped over to become a ping pong table.
Nice.
And then I simply need to know, is there any other improvements you want us to include?
I don't know, a jacuzzi would be nice.
Jacuzzi? Actually, you're not the first one to come with that suggestion, so I will certainly.
Would you have a training like don't need anything else?
No, I think
Or like you, Blackhead?
I think that will probably do just fine. Right, yeah, sounds good. Nice work with the golden sling and the cannons there. Right, yeah, sounds good.
Maybe well. We were almost done with the improvements. Jacuzzi should be only a couple of hours. So by night time, you can take off, potentially.
Very well.
And then he just skills out.
Yeah.
Thank you. Alright, so what are we doing? What's our next move?
Going to a swarm.
Darius says, as far as I recall, we were heading to Morrowcay next, which is essentially the nation to the east of where you are right now, to retrieve the solar staff.
Alright.
Solar staff?
Yes, that is the weapon previously used by the champion of Myra. What was her name? Lady Melenthiel.
Well, we should get going then.
Yep, we
As soon
can do.
as we can. Do you have any business in the city? Any of you?
Nope. Not really.
Spy?
Nah, I've got me rod.
Steel?
Got me me studded leather. I think I'm good actually. Let me have a look at this here map. Right. Court of Common Pleas. Marketplace. No, I think actually we've done what we came to do really. So I guess we wait for the repairs to be in order, and then we're on our way.
If I'd been just a bit more of a degenerate than I already am, I'd have stolen something before we went. But we are sort of heroes now, and I don't think that's very.
We have our image to consider. Very well. Right, I'll I'll go check on the repairs, I guess. See how far they're...
Yeah, you have a bit of a downtime then, I guess.
I'll go study up on this here sun staff.
The solar staff.
Solar staff.
Yeah, I don't think you know. In your previous studies on Silesian, the floating island, you didn't really read anything about the staff itself, other than it was used by the champion of Myra.
I'll join you to do some research.
Alright.
Would you just like to join us, Darius?
Yes. Please elaborate for me. What the sun staff is. What do we know about it?
Again, it was used by the champion, and you know, with your previous encounter with these champion weapons, they are quite powerful and can be useful in this war.
Moira was...
Myra is the goddess of law and order, bringing light into the darkness, essentially.
Right, that was law and order. So was it? Who's the champion there?
You encountered a bounty hunter named Carlgrim Stouthammer.
Yeah,
and also the descendant of those who created the massive giant Edelmo.
Big giant, yes. Alright, alright. Well, I guess we're gonna find that staff because, because we generally considered it to be the next step, to find all the champions and arm them with all their normal equipment, right?
Yep.
Do we know what the champion of Thalaika usually?
She hadn't previously any champions, so.
It's new.
But you know that you can probably gain access to it through the magical painting stored right now in Evergale by Gurosh Lightbringer.
Alright.
So essentially, your plan, as far as I recall, is that you want to clean up this nation here before taking off and either going to the Underdark or to Evergale.
Oh yeah, and we had reason to suspect that that people knew we were coming in the Underdark. Some of our enemies had been working with the Drow.
Yeah, right now you have also sent Malik to scout the head for you, and he would essentially send a message when he knew when it was relative, most likely for success for you to access.
They were.
We're in Yarrowford.
Yeah.
At the moment, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Then I would like to cast Animal Messenger.
Yeah.
And send a question back to Caligrove.
Yeah.
To my tribe regarding whether or not the druids might know anything about a sun staff, because a sun staff sound mighty beneficial also to nature.
Yeah.
To people.
The solar staff.
Yeah, and you receive response after.
No, I don't receive a response.
Okay.
I mean, seeing as it's only a second level.
Yeah,
so they would be able to send one back, I guess.
So, yeah.
But I'm just asking if they have heard anything about
Very well.
this
I will do research as well.
device.
Yeah, and I believe it takes up to 1 day for the message to arrive.
I mean, it's fast, but it's not.
It can cover about 50 miles per 24 hours. So I mean, whatever amount of time you deem reasonable.
Let's see here.
I'm guessing your investigation is higher than mine.
Yeah, my investigation is at a minimum 23.
I mean, that is for a flying messenger, which I figure this is.
That would be about 384 miles.
So about end of the 2 weeks. Yeah, that's your man get back.
Cool.
All right. Right. Do we know where it is? The sun staff. Solar staff.
Roll a history check with advantage because you're seeking help. Only problem.
Grab this one.
How darest thou?
That's a natural 20.
Well, a natural 20 or I die?
Yes, I did. I stole your 20, didn't I? That's a 29 if we have
29.
Yes.
Looking through the library here in town.
Oh, there's a book called The Solar Staff. Where to find it?
No, more like this.
And its location.
This is like a log for like a master thief who's like, I want to have this and this and this. And it's like a plan for how to retrieve it. The last known location was in the nation of Morrowcay, more specifically in the town or city known as Uva'Kheratal, also translated into Morning Hope. Yeah, exactly. Actually, it would be closer to the coastline, but yeah, that nation and south.
Well,
We are there.
Yeah, so you essentially just fly down south.
All right. Well,
It's probably the same distance, 350 miles. I guess.
Yeah, it will not take so long because you have a really fast airship, so it'll probably take a couple of days travel.
Oh yeah.
all right. Well, let's go to Morning Hope, and then perhaps that's where we'll find the next clue to the location of this year's staff.
Very well.
did you give information to Captain Riley? Or maybe she's... Oh shit, we're probably underpaying her a lot. She's a champion.
Well, that's technically not extra champion wages, not in our contracts. Once it became apparent that we would be up to our next in champions, I made sure that was remedied, and we're not made of money. He says, clinking.
Again, and Deborah in the background just saying, "We are so rich, you guys. We are
We have the rich.
unbelievable."
I have no idea how much money we have.
You're then off to repair the ship, which was 25,000 gold pieces. So
I have 3 different amounts written down on my things. I don't know.
you have enough. Let's say.
Have enough. All right. Let's.
Cool.
So let's get on it then.
Yeah, you board the Skynomad at night time and take off. Could somebody roll a d6 for me?
Huzzah! That's a 1.
Oh no.
During your first day of travel, again, the crew work as always in tandem completely. Some of you are asked actually to go outside and see something. As you walk outside, you know that how dolphins will follow a ship at some point. You just see underneath these couple of giant eagles just soar underneath the ship, just following you before taking off to the side.
Interesting.
Naris, roll a perception check.
Oh no.
Or nature, whatever you prefer.
Let me just see. I prefer perception.
Cool.
That would be 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, you now are able to transform into a giant eagle as you study these beautiful, majestic birds.
Very
You have to write that down.
Yes, I know.
You haven't been doing that so far?
Yeah, I have my list.
Ah, nice.
Very well. Rolling out the 6 during the second day of travel.
1.
That's a 1.
Reroll that one.
More giant.
6! Oh no. It's not cool when it's extremes.
I mean, it was giant eagles on the 1. That's not bad.
I will have tiny eagles on the 6.
It's hummingbirds. They're
The crew, now in full spirit and merriment, no longer injured by the attack on your airship, decide to have a party.
nice.
And they essentially do everything for you. When you arrive, essentially at during dinner time, they have prepared everything. There are tables up. There are some that are already playing the pool table. People start to wrestle, arm wrestle, and you can see the ranging champion is Chip at the moment.
Well, that makes sense.
Although, what was his name? Stegosaurus. I can't recall now.
He was called. There's an amount of people here. bomb.
Yeah, bomb. Yeah. He gives Chips a fight for his money, but he still in the end loses.
I forgot there's one called Andy the Surfer Samurai.
Yeah. Also, full name Andy Dingmeister.
Oh, that's Dingmeister. Oh my god.
And he's
He's a Kenzie, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a samurai?
What?
He's not a samurai?
Yeah, well, he is a samurai.
Oh, it's just that's also a class.
How about
samurai.
Okay, yeah, again, that wasn't created when I created that NPC.
I see. He's a laid back samurai.
Yeah.
Not one of those nerdy samurais with all their armor.
Again, you see him in the corner. There's smoke surrounding him.
I studied the ways.
Shaka bra, man. I was raised by dwarves.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think you should arm wrestle.
I should arm wrestle.
Yeah.
I should arm.
Just see Chip just...
You understand that the first name of my... the first part of my name means not good at arm wrestling, right?
Exactly.
Well, I better go arm wrestle.
I'll give you 100 gold if you will.
Yes, takes you up on that and casts polymorph. You are now a giant ape.
Giant ape?
So you're essentially the same size as...
But I also have the intelligence of a giant ape.
Would you polymorph? Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, you pretty much know at this point what is going to happen.
Just go...
Yeah, roll a d20 and I'll tell you what your strength modifier is.
Motherfucker.
Oh no, it's Monkey Blake. That's 15.
15. Let's see here.
Have you seen a giant ape? That's
It's plus 6. So 21. And then let's see. Let's see here, what does he add?
Well, actually, I am happy that we keep the streak going, that every party that we attend...
I have to be turned into a thing.
Yeah, you turn into something.
You turn into a bear. You turn into a bull.
You see, Chip refuses to let go and tries but cannot put down the giant ape arm and it just pivots. Just... And he snaps his finger and you're back.
Every party we have.
And you see Chip do the robot on the side, unable to get back up.
Oh no, I destroyed Chip. My son, my beautiful boy.
Wow.
Again, it's the rest of the night is just essentially installing a pulley system so you can pull.
Right, jackhammer. No, wait, that's not. What's that called?
The jackhammer is the...
Yeah, what's the...
That lift thing? I don't know.
Har du sikkert, hvordan har det var?
Ja.
Jeg ved ikke, hvad det hedder på engelsk.
Lifty boy.
Lifty boy.
There's a bit of lifty boy on there.
Lifty boy, lift the boy.
My boy, my beautiful boy.
It's just called a jack.
Ah.
I hand you 100 gold.
Woohoo! Now I add this to
Some amount.
one of these.
Just the highest.
I don't think I have 6,800. That doesn't seem right.
Because you spent gold?
I think I did.
Because,
Then you send it home?
I do believe I invested it in my store.
That's right, yeah.
yeah, because I have plenty of gold, so I think any amount would be reasonable.
Any amount, just any.
Yeah, any amount.
There we go. Good. Now I can buy 2 elf potions.
I have never gambled again.
But yeah, you arrive in Uva'Kheratal, or Morning Hope. Let's see here.
This... new... Consider we smaller town. Or, like, Size-wise?
Again, not as much detail because I remember yesterday I actually hadn't made a map.
No, that's just the size of the town. Is it the same as Yarrow?
It's smaller than Yarrowford. Yarrowford is the second largest city in Trineworld, only surpassed by Uva'Kheratal.
Okay.
But again, fairly large. When you arrive, you can see the architecture is sort of Italian Renaissance, and the people downstairs are walking the streets.
They're all turning their heads out the windows.
Yeah, but again, essentially what you can see is essentially like Italian Renaissance, pirates and sailors, that sort of aesthetic.
Very well.
And you know that Morrowcay is famed for its fleet.
Shelby, get my biggest hat.
Okay. And then you fold it out.
It's like one of those.
Just the head.
One of those light reflection.
Oh, yeah.
It just goes. Wonk. There we go. All right.
And the hat, further to the hat.
Thank you. Very well.
You see Captain Ryan's like, ow, who took a
All right. So I'm assuming we land at the airship station, or is that what they want us to think? No, we'll probably land at the airship station and Salt Keep. It's all very nautical, all this, with the wave breakers and the.
You definitely go there.
Tries. Well, it's a big scary mountain with a hole in it. We have to go there. That's true. Right, perhaps we should message our arrival at the old Cell Keep first. Probably the nicest thing to do, considering we essentially we just landed a warship.
yeah, you just hail a small boy, a young drow.
You there, boy! What day is it?
That will be,
And it gives you the date because I haven't actually caught up with the calendar.
Well, there's still time. Bring me the largest turkey. Right. Let's go to the old Salt Keep then.
Okay.
When you walk up, you see that the entrance is guarded by the town guard known as the Wave Breakers. They're essentially clad like the Three Musketeers, with tabards and the feather hat, a rapier, and a flintlock pistol.
You. Who has the bigger hat?
Who has the bigger hat? This is very important.
Roll a d20.
I have reliable talent for hat, I believe.
With performance, you can add.
Ah! Shit. That's worse. That's 8.
Well, I rolled a natural 1, so you have the bigger hat. And you wear it better. Greetings, sir. How can I help you?
Hello. We're the Hounds of War, and we are.
Really now?
Well, we're some of them.
You made quite a name for yourself.
Yeah, we try. We are here to look for a certain artifact. We just thought it'd be polite to sort of message our arrival at the who runs this place here?
that would be the Mariner.
Mariner.
Yes, Luella Wisewind.
Luella?
Luella.
What was her last name?
Wisewind. You see, the three largest towns in Morrowcay are run by the Mariner, the Seer, and the Wanderer.
Right.
We have a federation.
Ah, very good. Well, then I think we came to the right place for information then. Right. So if we could see the Mariner, and we'd very much like to have a talk with her, and
I shall put your request forward if you will just give me one moment.
And he turns around and goes inside, and you wait for maybe 10 minutes or so, and then he returns. Says,
The Mariner will see you now, sirs.
it's very nice. Thank you. Right.
yeah, you're like, again, do you have to open the port fully for you to walk in with your enormous hat?
Everyone's like, what?
And you see the exterior is like a classic keep, essentially, with grey stones and so forth. But the interior is more like the interior of a ship, with these wooden panels and chandeliers and all that jazz. And then you're brought forward to the mariner.
Chandeliers does not remind me of the inside of a ship.
No.
A pirate ship?
Again,
That would be a strange form of lighting on a ship.
Again, they have an aesthetic, but they also need the lights.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're brought forward. You see she's sitting on a throne. This female drow with dyed red hair that is braided to one side. Also a large hat, of course. But it's the more classic, the whole...
Yeah, the bicorn.
Yeah, exactly. With like pelts falling the brim.
That's a good hat.
What? How can I do for you?
Hello. We're the Hounds of War, and we're here to look for the solar staff.
Solar staff?
Yes, and we thought, since we just landed a warship in your fair city, we thought it would be nice to just come and say hello. We don't want any trouble. We're just looking for staff to win this year war.
And she like talks to her advisor like.
Can I try to discern?
Oh, I can read lips as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we can essentially.
Read them lips.
Read them lips.
Even though she covers partly her mouth,
She's saying.
what you hear, she's asking, "Do we know where the staff is?" And he's like, "No, but you know who does." And then she turns her attention back to you and says, "I think you might need to talk to the Oracle of the Sea. You'll find her by a cave down.
Yeah, big mountain with a scary over it.
Actually, it's more of a coastal cave. On the map, it's drawn like a mountain. But
I see. Very good. Thank you. Our crew will mind our ship, and then I think the three of us will just go have a talk with a sea oracle. You see, is it
Oracle of the Sea?
We're
Yes.
talking like. Are we
sea or
sea witch or sea wise woman? What are we going here?
You'll find out.
Lovely. Very well.
Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you, the mariner, and have a good day.
But yeah, you come down to the beach and you see these shores like white cliffs of Dover style, but then there is a natural cave leading inside, and you hear like
it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
Sand of the white cliffs of Dover.
and you hear like the classic like drips, drops, like, and you start to walk down this path, and you start to realize at this point you are below sea level.
Alright, this is a weird
Like
thing.
shout hello, like we're coming down.
Hello.
And again, you walk for maybe an hour or so without anything of noteworthy. Those of you with dark vision have no problem going through. Neris probably has to hold someone's hand or light up some light in order to see.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Nope,
Oh,
not a
you're
halfling.
You're halfling, right? I kept thinking.
Human and halflings, or dragonborns.
Kept thinking you were a gnome.
That's right on my back.
Yeah,
Sure.
thank you.
Where's Rails?
She immediately hits her head on the stalactite.
Where's Rails of Ass and all this?
On the ship.
And
Well, as we have established earlier, wolves hate the sea. So
Yes.
that's
that's a callback. First
session.
That's almost 4 years ago now. Jesus.
It wasn't even me who said it. It was a different character.
But then you start to see this blue light glow as you enter a room inside this cave, and you see this completely still lake with this turquoise-colored water. And then a voice says, "Welcome, word of the road. Our meeting was prophesized." Roll a history check. And also, Neris, do you speak Sylvan?
Let me just look at my... yes, I do.
Yeah. You know that Weird of the Road translates into Fate of the Forest.
Into what, sorry?
Fate of the Forest.
Forest.
But yeah, each of you can roll a history check.
I'm assuming that means you, nurse.
And not with disadvantage because you actually have somebody who speaks Sylvan.
The Weird Road.
10.
20.
20.
That's what I do.
2. Natural
Yeah.
1.
Again,
not my story.
Blake is quite right when he says that. It is another title given to the champion of Olok. And
Champion of who?
champion of Olok, the god of the forest.
Right, that's you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And then you see the water start to create this circle as a female form start to emerge, and then it coils itself towards the shoreline of this lake.
Oh, so that is Snake Woman?
She
Human?
a humanoid shape with blue tinted skin, and then more like a sea serpent, or like an
That's
eel.
close enough to Snake for Blake.
You have a type. And she has like these large fins on the side and on top of her head.
Also, if we mentioned the Naga from from Whirlpool, wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you're the Oracle then?
Yes, I am Jalila. And she coils herself so she can actually sit on top of her tail.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Likewise, Scrawny Black.
All right, I was about to introduce ourselves, but I suppose that's sort of pointless, isn't it?
Well, when you are able to see some of the futures, yes. But I do appreciate it, don't get me wrong.
Well, in that case, I'm Squirrel Blake. This is Neris and Aurora, and we here to...
Lightfoot and Manvi, right?
Yes.
Still got it.
Yes, and we are here because...
You seek a treasure lost to time, and some would say to the sea as well. Two of my specialities.
Ah, very good, very good. And, wait, you just want to take this one?
She's like playing with her fingers like, actually I'm waiting for the one I called earlier today. He will take you there. You are to visit an island called Tayum, sorry. Again, it's not on the map.
Right.
Small island.
Yeah, it's dangerously close to the Oblivion Rim, and so very few sailor there to visit there. But I know just the guy. Roll a perception check.
23.
16.
32.
Okay, everyone notice, but Neris and Blake, you can actually see the figure walking down.
I just sense him.
You can hear this weird walk because he has a peg leg, so he has to like dig his foot up each time he press down into the sand.
That won't be hard to sneak with disadvantage.
You see a human man, probably in his 50s, 60s, with bright red hair and curly beard, a blue sailor's uniform and a tricorn. And you can see he's about to undo his pants. He says, "Alright, Jalila, I'm time for some leisure I didn't know you had visitors." Greetings. Name's William Hart, although all call me call me Billy the Buccaneer.
Billy the Buccaneer.
That be me name. Sorry, Billy, today is not one of our lovely times together. I have a small job for you to do.
Respect.
These fine people here need access to Taiyong. And he just roaring laughter, and he just echoes loudly throughout the cave. And he's like, "That'd be funny." Oh, you're fucking serious? Fine, very well. They can have a voyage on the ship. It'll be 20 gold pieces out there, 40 gold pieces if you return.
20 gold pieces? Where in the world will we find that much money? Oh wait, there it is.
I don't like you belittling me, but I do like the cut of your jib, so all that's up.
Right, so alright, so you take us to a small island, and why exactly is it we don't want to go there?
Do you know about Oblivion Rim?
Yes.
Home of the Leviathans and the constant storms.
Yeah, that checks out.
Claim of more souls than any other disaster in our nation or world.
Yep, heard of it.
Well, I'm a bit of a blessed man in that regard. I'm one of the few who can actually venture pretty close without sinking. Done so multiple times. Only problem is, those that visit Taiyong doesn't really return. So, I had a really good business for a while, and then people discovered they didn't really come back, and then people started not to pay me anymore.
Yeah, well, if it's a problem, we'll just fly back and just ride on your back.
You've seen the giant eagle.
We can figure something out.
Now she was like, yeah, I wouldn't like to fly in that kind of weather.
Wait, but wouldn't like and have to.
Yeah, true.
Things.
Well then, so when you're ready, you can just go to the harbor and then find the boat dancer.
The boat dancer?
Yeah, B-A-W-D.
Because I was looking for B-O-R-E-D.
That's a good question if any of our companions would like to join. I bet Dabby would.
Yeah, probably bring Dabby in.
He always gets very seasick, so...
Yes,
and he refused to go to the shore. That was just like...
No, it's too close. Is he part wolf?
Who knows at this point?
That's a fair point. Right. Okay, to the board dancer. Let's just, as you say, pick up Dabby on the way there. And,
well, I will follow you in 40 minutes time or so.
Respect.
I guess I check on 40. That's 9.
It's being modest.
You're like, what? Why does he need 40 minutes to talk with a person? Weird.
Alright, let's go.
And again, you start to hear him shuffling off clothes as you start to walk up, like, faster.
Don't want to hear that.
But yeah, you easily find the ship. It's a large brigantine, like a 2-mast ship. And yeah, you are approached by this half-orc woman, missing one fang, has this massive curly black mane-like hair. Who be you?
We be passengers. We're to go to the ships.
We're going to Taiyong.
Fucking hell, that'd be bloody damn time. We've been sailing here for the last couple of years, so done nothing. Fucking awesome. Cool. Well, I guess I better introduce you to the crew, or at least the people that will actually matter a bit for you. My name's Charlotte. I'm the first mate of the ship.
Hello, Charlotte.
Welcome. Then, if you see that guy over there, she points to a drow dressed in this black, almost naval uniform with the scruffle white shirt frills.
That's fancy that.
Short black hair, which is all for a drow. Says, that be the bosun, Vulcan.
Vulcan?
Yes. If he asks you to grab a bite, don't take him up when he's over. That's all I'm saying. Then we have the chief engineer topside over there, and you see a warforged with barnacles covering essentially like a necklace around his neck and down his left side, and driftwood arm replaced his right arm. And then finally we have Tom Tom, and you see a large ogre with a small bandana and an even smaller shirt, so his Scott just is naked out.
The navigator.
No, that'd be our main cannoneer. I wouldn't trust him with a map. He would probably use it like a napkin or eat it. Or both, to be fair.
That's a really motley crew around here.
We take what we can get, and what we can get.
Is Tom Tom apparently.
Yeah.
Very well.
What's the Warforged name?
Topside.
Topside.
So, I don't know, any of you familiar with how to run a ship or anything like that?
Well, somewhat, but our ship's mainly airborne, so.
Well, there's some things that are similar, some things that are not. I'll give you that.
It's just. I mainly handle the going up and down vertically, so that's probably not going to matter.
Well, you clearly haven't encountered a wave before then, I guess. But
Actually, waves are my specialty.
Are you into waves?
I have
tidal wave?
Tidal waves, and then I also have tsunami.
Jesus, fine. Yeah.
That'll be helpful.
Maybe.
so,
Cat tsunami go.
so where's the captain be?
It'll be in about half an hour.
40 minutes late.
Yes.
Say no more. Well, let's get you set up then. I'll show you your cabin.
I'll go get Jabbery.
Yeah. Alright, so.
Greetings, strangers. Welcome to the boat dance. I am the bosun Volkner.
Thank you.
Inside check that. Well, hello.
It's out in the day.
I'm Schooner Blick, and we're here to.
You look malnourished. You should eat more.
Well, I try. Thing is, I was born without a stomach, so it just goes from throat to intestine.
Shoot.
I fill up very easily. But yeah,
I'm very sad for your plight.
yeah, it's also mainly untruthful. But yeah, we are here to have a lift into the what's that island called?
The boat dancer.
Young.
Young. Yeah.
Taiyung.
Taiyung. Yeah, we are to get a lift to Taiyung, and I'm assuming at some point we're gonna hear the phrase "we prepared to get you there. Getting back is your problem." But we'll fly that eagle when we get to it.
Right.
That sounds like bloody Mordor.
Yeah. So will we be at while we're sailing? I mean, we can help a little bit. We are used to ships, but mainly we are used to big old fights. We're sort of the away team.
And he looks at you like the scrawny man, like,
Probably half open work.
Yeah.
Very well. Please come aboard. I think you might be scaring the passengers a bit. Why?
Mr. Volkner, are you a vampire? I'm telling you.
I'm not. Fully.
I see.
I am a vampire.
I see. That's why you were outside in the sunlight.
That is
Or,
correct.
you know, clouds, I guess. Well,
Again, the drow of Morrowcay are famous essentially for being also the surface drow. They are not sunlight sensitivity.
but also vampire.
Yeah, again, he's a half drow vampire.
A vampire. Yeah. All right. Well, it's nice to meet you. And yeah. I think we.
Back down.
At this point, we've met. At least the Hounds of War have met several good vampires as well.
You met 2 full-blooded vampires
Yeah.
who were on the up and up.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's nice to meet you. I'll have a look around. And
Very well.
and I look forward to spending how long is it gonna take to sail to Tarium?
It would take, weather's willing, about 1, 2, 3 days.
Very well. I'll get acquainted with the ship then.
Very well.
Hello, ship.
Yeah, so you set up your cabins. They are enough for you. Jace and Ias will stay behind. Also, just in case that they can try to save you guys if you're like didn't return. Okay,
Yeah.
then we can.
Alright, ask Eos or someone has a sending message to just message us.
Yeah.
Will do, sister.
I have a sending stone, but I usually don't. None of you have the other hand. The other stone. Oi.
Wait, see.
I see. This is once a day, just going, oi, Siga, oi, Siga, oi.
Bears, møg bears. Det er fra det der kort, der hvor du vil punch a bear.
Oi, bears!
Bears.
And punched every type of living thing.
All right.
Fucking rock jaw. Alright.
Very well. So you set off, and it's a rocky start from the get-go. A storm hits your ship almost as soon as you're out of shore. Roll a Constitution save.
Actually, I'm curious about one thing.
Yeah?
Can we, from the shoreline, see that
No.
storm? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, how visible is this strange storm that surrounds Trinidad?
The Oblivion Rim
Yeah.
is almost constant, but it's so far out.
But how visible is it from a shoreline?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's so far out, you wouldn't be able to see it that far.
It doesn't go up into the air like we don't sort of see a wall of death out in the.
No, not quite.
No.
Again,
I mean,
it's
3 days is also a
it gradually gets worse as you sail out.
22.
22. Constitution save and
Natural 20 for 22.
Jesus.
2.
Again, both the 2 ladies stay on the bow and just falls away, looking down, and you see Blake like
Just bouncing around.
again.
But with this big hand,
Just holding out to the movable round.
And again, the ship continues. You stay behind.
This is nothing like air travel.
I bet you wish you were born without a stomach.
Again, you hurl overboard like.
But the thing is, when you're born without a stomach, the thing you throw up is even worse. Oh. I have these over here. That's for the Lindsay boys. Okay.
And Billy Buccaneer at the helm. There's no like helmsman. It's Billy who sails the ship. He's like, all right, anyone you know how to make a shanty or something like that? Keep the spirit up.
What's a shanty?
You know, a song. A sea shanty, you know.
Ah, yes. Right. Just a. Well, there's.
Davy interposed like, don't worry guys, I got this.
yeah, this is David's time to shine.
Again, gets up on a couple of kegs and it actually dances as the ship starts to.
Well, that's right.
Day 2, let's see how the weather gets. If the weather calms down a bit on day 2,
Don't worry, guys. I've acclimatized to it now. Oh no!
roll another Constitution save.
Actually, just as we wake up on day 2, I would like to cast Enhance Ability on Blake.
Yeah.
Give him a bear's endurance to give him advantage on Constitution checks.
Which lasts for 1 hour, right?
Yeah, 1 hour.
Yeah.
11.
Ooh, that's a 1.
With advantage, though.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
That's a 3.
Okay.
It's no longer seasick, immediately gets scurvy.
Scurvy Blake. Yeah. Roll an acrobatics or an athletics check.
Oh boy. That's a 7?
7. The rest of you roll perception check.
Oh no, it's falling apart.
That would be 28.
8 plus 6 is something.
Yeah, again, you don't really take note of it. You are like clinging to the mast as a particular hard wave hits the ship. Now as you see Blake standing by the rail like, and then a wave just comes, and then there's no Blake.
Oh shit!
Blake fell overboard, and then I turned into a giant eagle. Now that I can. No, actually, I don't. I have a better idea. I turn into.
Kill a whale, kill a whale, kill a whale.
Whatever, because I'm going to kill like a water elemental.
Yeah.
And I jump into the ocean to find.
Because you just sort of
meld into the sea.
meld into the sea.
Thanks for listening. The intro music was by Fischer, whereas the outro music was by Martin Kerr. The other pieces which are mentioned in the description down below were by Kevin MacLeod. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we hope to see you again in Doraken.